So, going for the burger, baby. This burger look good. And so this burger right here is the folks, what's going on, man? We are going to do some canine protection work. Look at these guys right here on the road. Got one goat, and you got the other one right there. And these jokers on the road, man. Hopefully he's able to see, I don't know. But yeah, but yeah, so let me get this camera situated. But yeah, we on our way to go do some canine protection work with Rocky, with my 5-month-old Cane Corso, man. And so it nothing really too in-depth or serious and stuff. I don't even know where, I'm not even say I don't even know where we're gonna start at, but I'm pretty sure it'd just be some small interaction and stuff like that. You know, maybe see if she'll bite and stuff. This is a group training that we're doing today, so it's not going to be, you know, one-on-one training and stuff like that. So it's going to be group training. It's going to be a couple, you know, a bunch of dogs out there and stuff like that. So today we actually get to see this girl, man, you know, with other dogs around her, see how she responds and stuff like that. You know, we'll see. Is she gonna be calm? Maybe, maybe not. Is she gonna start barking? Maybe. Then quit after a while. I mean, it is hot outside, so it is blazing hot. So I'm pretty sure if she does get a little riled up, that heat will put her down. And what I mean, not put it down like that, but you get it. That heat will put it down, folks, as in have her panting and chilling and stuff like that, burning up. But hopefully, you know, depending on how the setup is, hopefully I really don't have her out in the heat that much. You know, maybe she could just sit back in my car in her cage and just chill out until it's her go time. But yeah, but man, this girl Rocky, right? Why am I putting her in canine protection training? Well, actually, all my dogs went through it. And at some point in time, especially when I think when those jokers hit about a year old, maybe a little after a year, we stopped and stuff like that. You know, canine protection training does cost, but there's some things you can do on your end and stuff like that, just to keep, you know, just keep up with the dogs being active in it and stuff like that, and just being trained in those areas, you know. You know, as it pertains to Cane Corsos, man, I wish I could say all, but I can't. But I'll say this. As it pertains to the Cane Corso, right? These guys are, everybody knows the story, war dogs, blah, 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 this and that, right? And so they were used for fighting. And here's the thing, when you got a dog that's used for fighting, there's multiple reasons why. Number one, athletics, right? They athletic, they're powerful, they're intelligent. You know, I'm not looking to go to war with a dog that's slow, that's not powerful, that's scary, you know, that's very fearful, that's timid, you know, a dog that's dumb. You know, I want a dog that's smart, a dog that can think when they encounter certain situations and stuff like that, you know, but not just thinking on their own, you know, that goes off of commands and stuff. But again, that's good with reacting towards threats and deterring threats. You know, that's what I look for. And so right now with Rocky, with the fact that she is a 5-month-old pup, one thing I say about this, folks, her intelligence level is off the charts. It's off the charts. Even from birth, like this girl started walking, I believe at 5 days. Yeah, 5 days old. 5 days old. Now, I don't know when other large breed dogs started to walk, but from me following others that do have puppies, I don't see pups walking in 5 days, as in on all fours. I ain't talking about pups, you know, they trying to pull themselves up and They back legs are dragging. No, I'm not talking about that. That girl was walking at 5 days. And so, and then besides that, just she's easily trainable. Even when I was going through the whole potty session with the dogs and stuff like that, she was fully potty trained at 2 weeks, like first, second day, like no joke. And so, even with her time with her siblings and stuff like that, like showing that motherly instinct of correcting them. Now puppies do horseplay, right? They horseplay, they fight with each other, but her other siblings, when they were sitting there bullying others and stuff like that, you would see them stay away from her, right? They'd stay away from her. They'd play with her and stuff like that, but when she was in, like, those motherly instincts was coming out, like someone leading the pack, she was correcting those jokers. And so, but even now, man, as it pertains to this girl being so alert and focused. Now, I done had a ton of dogs, right? Cane Corso, this is my first dogs. I done had pit bulls, I done had Rottweilers, and stuff. Those have been my main dogs, especially pit bulls. I done had more pit bulls than any other dog out there. And so, but as it pertains to alertness, right? At this particular, age, and I'm not talking about a dog just seeing something out of fear, they're barking. No, this girl react to stuff as if she's an adult dog, like how her moms and pops be doing. Like when Tony ain't on with me, right? And let's just say we in the park lot, we in the car chilling. People go walk around my car, right? And if it's not a situation where it's sketchy, right? For non-sketchy situations, they won't alert me. They'll just be chilling. Now, they'll be looking, but they'll stay calm and do their own thing. But when sketchy people come around my vehicle and stuff like that, nah, they let it be known. And it's the same thing that she does when she's in my car. We could be chilling in the parking lot, whatever the case may be, and she'll just be looking. But the moment someone's sketchy, it's walking past the car or something like that, she's barking. She's letting me know. And here's what she does. She will look at me and bark at me as trying to get my attention. And whether she grabs my attention or doesn't, but when she barks, she's looking at me, she's barking. She then focuses on that individual and start barking at them. Now, when they get a good amount of distance away from the vehicle, then, she'll stop, and then she'll have a little growl, that I probably can only hear in the car until they out the area and stuff like that. And so, and even with being in the house and stuff, like the pops and them, being other areas of the home, let's just say they in the basement, right? And I got her upstairs, right? She can sense when people come on the property, and she's already a go to the door and barking and stuff like that. But we gonna continue this conversation, folks. I gotta get some gas, gotta get some water for this dog since we're gonna be out there. And yeah, we go from there. But here's why I plan to do one-on-one, but we're gonna do the group today, just to get some initial exposure, and just so the trainer himself can see, he can actually see, he can lay eyes on them and do whatever, and do whatever evaluation he has to do right there and there. But one thing I'm looking for, especially in the beginning, right, and the key thing I was talking about, I don't even know if I said it prior to cutting it off, but one thing I'm seeing with Rocky right now is she's very observant. She's very attentive to a lot, and it's not that attentiveness where you got a scary dog, he's just looking, moving. No, she's alert. She's observant at the right time. Just like yesterday, I posted a video on Instagram, man, we in this field. We running around, she playing for a good, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. And now we out there by ourselves, right? Out there by ourselves. And this bicyclist is on the street, a good 100 to 150 yards away. Nowhere near us. Nowhere near us. And she's on the ground with the ball in her mouth. And all of a sudden, she starts to focus on that dude. She drops the ball out of her mouth. She's laying on the ground looking, and she gets up in the sit, grabs the ball, and when she starts to really engage, even though she grabs the ball, look at you, look, the ball falls out of her mouth. She's fully engaged and focused. And that's what I want. Now, I posted a video prior to that, probably a couple weeks ago, where we was on the porch and I was feeding her and stuff like that. And there's a car that was driving by slow. Just slow. And we all know with dogs and food, they want the food. They want to go in. They want to eat. Dogs will eat anything. And which is I would say the main two that a lot of intruders and burglars and people that's looking to do things will do, right? If there's a dog on the premises, the most common thing a person would do to occupy that dog, right? Especially if it's a large breed dog or any type of dog is, you'll bring some type of food for them, right? And they sit there and engage with that meat, and that burglar will go ahead and break into the house, do whatever it is they gotta do. And so, we chilling. You know this car was coming. We've been on the porch, and I was just recording videos and stuff like that of her eating. And in that moment, a car happened to be driving by, and you would see her stop nibbling on the cucumber I had, and she started to focus on that car until it got out of the area. And then she went back to chewing on it. And so, these are key qualities that I like. Yes, you could train a dog to be observant and alert to people and things in their areas. You could train it, right? Which is good. But man, it is great when a dog is able to kick into those instincts themselves without being trained. Thus, when they are trained, you just taking it to a whole nother level. And so, that's what we about to start doing with her. And in today's session, I don't even know what we're going to do. But my main thing in seeing and looking at is basically looking at her focus, being in a new environment, engaging with trainers, looking at her focus, and seeing how alert and attentive she is, not only to them, but to me as well. Trying to get her to put two and two together. Gotta make this turn. But yeah. Yeah, like another 5 more minutes and we'll be there. Folks, what is good? What is going on? Man, it is the evening time right now. It's going on about 7 o'clock. But we are at Virtue in Old Town Alexandria. And I got my girl Rocky right here. who's chilling. So me and the missus came down here. We are going to we're grabbing a bite to eat. And so we're going to enjoy the evening down here. And so we are in shade, so folks out there ain't got to worry about the dog being overheating and stuff like that, possibly have a stroke due to the sun and stuff. But we are definitely in shade, and she's been getting water. But being here, come to find out, man, that these guys actually have a puppy menu right here. And so I did not feed Rocky as of yet. I actually plan to feed her this evening when it's a lot more cooler. No, that's not us. I actually plan to feed her later on this evening when it's a lot cooler and stuff. So her food right now is thawing out at home. And earlier today, as you guys already know, she had her first participation in canine protection training, and her first session went great. Her first session was awesome. You talk about confidence. Now her confidence is not there to the magnitude in which someone who has been in canine protection training, you know, for quite some time. But when the trainer himself was presenting himself as a threat and stuff, she was responding pretty good. And more than likely, at the same time as you guys listening to this, there'll be a video on Instagram showing it, and I'll probably add on a little clip as well to the end of this video so you guys can watch. But yeah, her first session was great, and when the trainer again was presenting himself as a threat, in addition to her being attentive and being observant of his actions and behavior when he was coming off in a threatening way and not just walking around and stuff like that, she was very engaging towards him and stuff. And so, which are good signs, very good signs. Number one, that she's not acting out in fear, trying to retreat. And that two, that hey, she's willing to engage, she's willing to protect, she's willing to defend, which is the markers that you want when it pertains to a protection dog. And so, and again, she's only 5 months, folks, 5 months. And so, again, at this age, in her first time participating in this type of training, she did pretty well. The trainer himself was giving a lot of credit to her and stuff like that for how she reacted. And even when he was done, she still was focused on this guy being alert and stuff like that, which is promising results. Yeah, that's ours. Thank you. And so yeah, but check this.
Thank you so much.
Check this out. Going for the burger, baby. This burger look good. And so this burger right here is the Virtue burger. And so I'm gonna dive into this thing right here and destroy it. But yeah, so just to get back to this, they have a 5-ounce grilled rare sirloin. And so I'm gonna have her try this. You guys already know how I am about the food that I feed my dogs and stuff. But the fact that it's raw food, well, hopefully I can have it all raw. I definitely would go ahead and give it to her. Though I don't know who manufactured the food or where it has come from and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure she'll still be fine with eating it. But yeah, so once I get done with my food, because more than likely I don't want to be handling raw food in my hands and stuff like that while I'm eating my own food. And so once I'm done eating, I would go ahead and I had a waitress bring one out, and we actually see the size of the thing when they bring it out, and actually how good the meat looks. And what you need?
I'm a flavor for you.
Oh, look, I gotta go, guys. But yeah, real quick, it's only $12. So if you bring guys here, you want to feed your dog, $12. But I'll let you guys know actually if it's good or not, and actually how it affects the GI system. But stay tuned. All right, folks. I just got finished eating my burger, and this girl right here, she's hungry. So she's been jumping up on this table and everything, and trying to get my food. And so we're gonna go ahead and get her that steak. See if she likes it. Right, you want that steak? You want that steak? Oh, she still got more water. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and order her that steak. Make sure we can get it all raw. Don't want it grilled or anything like that. That way she get all the nutrients that she needs. You guys already know that once you put raw meat to a grill or you cook it, whenever some heat hit to it, right? That the nutrients in it, the different vitamins, the iron, different vitamins and stuff like that, they all decrease. You know, as it pertains to us, yes, we get all the nutrients that we get from it, but pertains to animals, just because dogs and stuff need a lot more nutrients.
Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the that 5-ounce sirloin for her. But can I just have it raw?
Raw?
Yeah, just raw.
Okay, sure. I'll just go.
All right.
And then can I just have a box? Sure. Thank you.
But yeah, so as you, I don't forget where I was at and what I was saying. But yeah, when we put our food to the heat and stuff like that, when we cook our food, yes, we're able to get the nutrients and everything that we need. But dogs have a higher requirement than us. And so, which is why I don't cook, I have never cooked any of my dogs' food. All the food that they always eat since we had our dogs has always been just raw food, the way it is, the way they're supposed to eat it. And so, but yeah, we're gonna see how this girl takes to the steak, and if she likes it, we're gonna get it on camera and stuff. But other than that, folks, we're gonna enjoy this. I'll tune back in once the steak comes out for her, and we'll go from there. Folks, all right, she's disappointed. And so the kitchen would not bring it out raw at all. They gotta put it to some heat. And I guess for them, it's just all about safety purposes and stuff like that, just to prevent the transfer of, possible, viruses and stuff like that. But yeah, they could not bring it out raw, so she won't be eating it at all. She just get our food once we get home, which should be all right. But yeah, my wife would tell me, well, just give it to her rare. Nah, they didn't want to. And so, but yeah. But other than that, man, we're gonna go ahead and pay for this bill, get up out of here, and go on a little walk, maybe get some ice cream and stuff, then get her home so she can actually eat and get into that good old food that we got at the house. Yeah, but besides that, I know a lot of people still hit me up, which is good. I appreciate the inquiries pertaining to the raw dog food. And so, just give it a couple more weeks, folks. A couple more weeks and you be able to order. I should have some updated information this week pertaining to it. Right now, we're still waiting for the casings to be developed, to be created, or not say created, because they are in the process of being created now, but just to make sure that they are complete. And so we have multiple casings that are being created and stuff like that. And so once they are created and shipped out and the manufacturer receives it, then you guys will be good to go with placing your orders and stuff. And my eyes getting a little red. But yeah, other than that, man, I'll holler at you guys in a little bit. Peace. This out right here, right? So this is our website, irondograw.com. And so one of the main questions that I get, folks, is how much am I supposed to feed my dog? This is one of the top questions I get all the time. And so on our website, right now you can't order no food. We have our food marked as sold out, right? Because we still waiting for our casings to get completed. And so, but when you come to our website, right, you go to shop, click on shop. You're gonna come down to one of our blends. You could click on any blend. So let's say I click on the Supreme blend. Now, here's what you're gonna do is scroll to the bottom. Oh, what do you see? You see a raw dog food calculator. So if you wanna know how much you should feed your dog, just come in here, folks. It's gonna say, how much does your dog weigh? Just plug something in there. I mean, not plug something, plug their weight. So let's say you got a 100-pound dog, right? 100 pounds. And let's just say they over a year old, right? Bam. They supposed to be taking in 3.5 pounds per day. And so, but today we feeding Rocky. Now Rocky is over 70 pounds. And so we're gonna hit her with 72 pounds. And she's at this, I believe 24. No, she is 24 week mark. So Rocky's supposed to be taking in 3.6 pounds. Actually, no, folks, she's not. I'm tripping. It's a late night. Yes, she is. She's between 20 and 24 weeks. She's 5 months old. And so she's supposed to be taking over 4 pounds, right? 4.32 pounds. And so for folks out there, right, you be like, all right, well, how do I measure it, right? So first of all, when we sell our raw dog food, right, they're going to come in 2 pound tubes. But eventually we're going to even get to the point of having 5 pound tubes, right? And so this is a 5 pounder of our Supreme blend right here. And so, but if you need to figure out basically how to weigh it and stuff like that, right? Go out there and grab your scale. Got a scale right here. You put your food in the bowl. You set the bowl on here. Make sure you zero it out first, though. But we gonna go ahead and we gonna get their food prepped up, folks. Well, at least her food prepped up for the night, and we'll get the rest of the other dogs later tonight. It's been a long day, folks. A long day. We was out in the field earlier today. What was he doing? Look, it's a long. I'm over here talking about what we've been doing. We was doing protection training. We did a little introductory to protection training for Rocky, and basically got her responding to threats and seeing how she would react to particular threats and stuff like that. And so she did pretty good with reacting to the training and things of that nature, folks. It's like it's going on 10:30 at night. We've been out all day, as you guys probably more than likely have already seen. And so what I got here is some strawberries for her, cucumber. Oh my God, that one look. I just threw it out. It's cucumber and some blueberries and carrots. And so I'm just gonna wash these jokers off real quick, man. And so, folks, it's up to you, right? When it comes to that, the amount of food that they're supposed to eat, right? So as you see, Rocky's supposed to take it 4.32 pounds. Now, it's at your own discretion, folks, as far as what you want to do as it pertains to decreasing the amount, because I'm going to add fruit, right? There's no fruit in this. Now, if there was fruit in this, then yeah, I definitely would make sure she'd get the 4.32 pounds based on this too. But the fact that there's no fruit in there, when I add fruit to her food, folks, right? And if there's 4.32 pounds in this bowl right here, that's basically going to increase the amount that she's eating of ounces, right? And so is at your own discretion as far as what you want to do, right? So I could put 4.32 in her bowl, add this in there, and it probably increase it by, I don't know, about 2 ounces or so, 3 ounces. But again, folks, that's totally up to you guys. And so what I'm going to do real quick is, bam, that's on. I'm going to ask my cameraman to reach behind him real quick and grab an egg for me, because I'm definitely going to need an egg for this girl. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this ready. I know she's hungry, folks. She's been out all day with us doing things. And unfortunately, when we was at Virtue today, we was not able to get her that rare steak. You know, I was pretty pumped up and stuff like that, but the chef did not want to straight up he did not want to send out a raw steak at all. But it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. And maybe that was for the best that, hey, you know what? She did not get a raw steak from those guys. And so we're going to go ahead and sit that right there. Sit this stuff right here, because I got to feed the big dogs after I feed her. Got an egg. I'm not doing no pumpkin tonight. And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to sit this to the side real quick, because as y'all can hear, she's whining. She's hungry, but it is what it is. She's gonna eat good tonight. And just like with us, after we eat a good meal, she gonna drop one. And get that itis. She gonna get that itis. But check this out. So this is the Supreme blend right here. And I ain't got no gloves. And so I'm gonna cut this thing open. Look at all that, folks. Look, I had a conversation with my brother-in-law the other day, 4th of July. He was like, you know, he heard about us getting our own blends and stuff. And, you know, he was taken back by the prices. And he was like, man, is it just the beef scraps that you're getting? Now, here's the thing. Granted, he didn't see our food yet online. But when I was talking to him about it, he was like, man, is it just the beef scraps that you're getting? You know, maybe you're getting the bad parts, the end parts. I was like, nah, man, we actually getting premium beef muscle, right? And I went online, showed him the YouTube videos and all of the videos that I had in my phone you know, that I posted online and stuff. And he was taken back. And as you guys can see, folks, man, this is some quality right here. Look, I've been doing raw for a while, man, And again, I was a sponsor, well, an affiliate, let me say that. I was an affiliate for Raw Dog Bread, right? And their food was pretty good, but man, this right here, folks, your dog's gonna get the best of the best. And so, but here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, no, I gotta turn it off. So when you wanna zero the thing out, you wanna get an accurate weight, you wanna simply set the bowl on there. And so I got the bowl on there. It's already on ounces. Press it down. Now my cameraman probably don't get it. I don't know if you want to swing the camera around here. Maybe you can see 0. If you can see 0, back it up. Yeah. And so as you can see, I cut this thing in half. And so I'm gonna drop this thing in there. Got all those juices, folks. All of those juices. Look at it. Let me get all of it. All right, cool. 4.3. Now, all right, that's 2.6 right there. That's 2.6. So this was a 5-pound roll. And so, let me squeeze a little bit more up in there. All right, that's 4.36. Cool. All right, so we got 4.36 up in there, folks. And that's all what she's supposed to be eating. And so, but what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna cut up a cucumber for her. She's gonna get the cucumber as well. Cucumbers are good for water retention. Now look, being on the raw diet, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? Especially when you give your dogs protein, good protein sources. Good protein sources is packed with a ton of water, folks. A ton of water. And one thing that I do experience with all my dogs, right, is the lack of wanting to consume water, right? And the only time they do want to consume water, folks, is when they outside in the heat. That's like with anybody, right? They outside in that heat and they coming in, they gonna want something. But other than that, right, if these jokers not outside in the heat, if it's a cool day, whatever the case may be, or they just chill in the house and they go out once in a while to use the bathroom, you know, they ain't drinking no water. That's all I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna give her a little bit more. There we go. Cut the strawberry. Look, some folks out there give their dogs the whole strawberry. That's totally fine. I just don't. That's me. Got that in there. Cut these carrots up real quick. Drop the blueberry. So where we at right now? So with all that stuff in there, folks, as you can see, we at 4.6 pounds. And so, but I'm gonna go ahead and take all this stuff right here and I'm gonna dump it in this bowl, man. root. Food with that. It's 4.6 for the girl. And so, hey, and I know in my past videos I was putting like how she's been finicky with the eggs and stuff, man, with the eggshells. And so she's been straight. All right, cool. Got that going. Wash my hands real quick. But yeah, so other than that, folks, right? We're gonna call it a night with that. I'm about to feed this girl, feed the other dogs, and then we're gonna go from there. And so, folks, check this out. As I said earlier, our raw dog food right now is on the website. It's gonna say currently sold out, and it's sold out because we're still waiting for our casings to come in to the manufacturer. And once our casings come into the manufacturer, things will be up and ready to go for you guys to place orders. Now, I've been getting calls, a ton of calls. I've been getting DMs on Instagram and stuff like that. People are ready. And folks, one thing I want to say is I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. And I appreciate all the inquiries about our raw dog food, man. I'm pretty pumped up. I really got some folks that hit me up, and you know, whether if people just looking for a few pounds or people are looking for a good amount of pounds, a good amount. I appreciate the love and support, and we're gonna see where we go from here, man. We are doing a lot of good things, man, and stuff. Pepper should be coming into a heat real soon. Her Bova area is starting to swell up a little bit, and Tony's starting to, he's starting to do his thing with smelling areas where she used to bathroom at and stuff like that. And he's rolling around in dirt trying to show off and stuff. He typically does that when she's getting ready to come into her little season and stuff like that. And so he's giving me the telltale signs. I'm seeing the signs with her as well. Now, I'm not getting any blood or anything like that as of yet. But once I get that, then I know, hey, we ready. Let's hit the vet. Let's start doing progesterone testing, tracking her, and so on and so forth, folks. And so I'm pretty pumped up about having a new litter come. And even talking about our new litter, folks. Our first 4 picks are already locked in. First 4 picks are already locked in. Now, I don't do, I done had a few people hit me up. Well, let me not say a few. I have had a lot of people hit me up. But I don't do a waiting list. I did do a waiting list a couple years ago. Before we had our first litter, it's when I first bred Pepper, we had a false pregnancy. We did do a waiting list. And I had a ton of people on the waiting list. Now, the waiting list itself was just a free waiting list, right? People just hit me up, hey, put me on there. They gave me their phone number, they gave me the email addresses, and so on and so forth, folks. And I found myself doing the car dealership thing. And that car dealership thing is when you sitting there, you just going through a list of people and calling them and emailing them and probably texting them and letting them know that, hey, you're breeding and blah, blah, this and that. And if they want to move forward with submitting a deposit, folks, I had over 100 and something people on that first waiting list. And out of those 100 and something people, man, only a few put down deposits, which was good. I was very appreciative of that, right? But even with that period of that false pregnancy, right? When I got to the point where she had a false pregnancy and I found out, I had to refund those folks their money back, man. And so, because it was the first litter, first time breeding and stuff like that, so I really didn't care. Some people out there hold on to the money until they breed again. But I refunded those folks their money back. But here's the thing, right? It was very exhausting, right? Contacting people. And that's not something I want to do. I get it. When you're in the dog's business, yeah, it's part of the whole sales game. And some people got to have certain types of sales tactics and stuff. And maybe that's follow-ups. That's not something I want to do, man. And I didn't do it. And I'm not doing it as far as creating a waiting list and stuff like that. And as I have been telling people, if there's anything, I'm going to post it online, whether YouTube or whether Instagram, via IG stories or regular posts, they will find out. But even in the midst of that, right, we have been able to secure the first 4 picks. And I didn't open a bunch of picks up. I actually only opened up 5 picks. That's all. 5 slot positions for puppy picks. That's all I opened up, and 4 of them are secure. Now there is an application process, and some people applications have been denied. You know, even when it pertains to this last litter I had, I was literally denying people applications. And so, folks, this isn't something. I want these puppies to go to a good home, knowing that they will be taken care of, right? Now, I don't put out there what I'm looking for, like, oh, this person needs to do this, do that. No. It's all based on, number one, what you put on the application. But number one thing is when we conversate, when we talk, man, you know, I get to know who you are as a person and stuff like that. Granted, yeah, people can make it seem like however they want to make it seem and stuff like that. But I do my due diligence, right? And what's the number one thing that people do have, especially when they contact you online, social media? They have social media pages, right? So you can do your research and really find out who they are. And so, in addition to that, and talking to them on the phone, I make my decisions as far as where the puppy's gonna get placed at. And unfortunately, right? Well, some people would say it was unfortunate. The fact that even with the last litter, right? Coco was the last one to go, and she didn't lead to. She's about 4 months, man. And leading up even to that point, right? So let's say month 3 to month 4, I denied. I think it was about 2 or 3 people during that time frame from month 3. Now there were other people I denied and stuff beforehand, but between month 3 and month 4, it was about 2 to 3 people I denied for various reasons, man. And so there's no set thing that I'm looking for. The number one thing that I'm looking for with any particular puppy, folks, is the fact that our puppies will be taken care of, not left in the cage for 20 plus hours, not being exercised, not being fed properly and stuff like that, not being, you know, left outside and then, you know, in the heat during the summertime and having heat strokes and stuff like that. And whatever the case may be, man, at the end of the day, you guys get it, man. I'm looking for our puppies to be taken care of and be in good, loving homes, man. And every single parent that I placed our puppies with, man, right, I'm taking care of the dogs. Dogs are well taken care of. Dogs are good. Oh, excuse me. And so, but other than that, man, about to get out of here. Again, I still got that 5th slot open. One thing I will say, shoot me a DM on Instagram if you want to find out about pricing and things like that. But one of the things we will be doing, I'm pretty sure you guys seen in my previous videos with those particular puppies, right? We gave out what? We gave out toys. We gave out a puppy care package, right? And that was it, in addition to a bunch of other stuff, right, that comes with the puppy. But one of the top things that we do, right, is give a puppy care package. And in our puppy care package, they got a ton of toys and they got a week's worth of raw dog food, right? And so, but this time around and stuff like that, especially with us having our own raw dog food, right? The plan is to not just do weeks. We actually going to do 1 month's worth of raw dog food. So whoever purchases a puppy will get, once that puppy's ready to go home, they will get 1 month's worth of free raw dog food. And we do that, right, for the number one thing, because we know how raw dog food itself is healthy for the dogs, it's good for the dogs and stuff. But we do it because when people are bringing new puppies home, they trying to figure out, hey, what are we going to feed these guys, right? And for some folks, right, it is their first puppy, or maybe it's their first puppy in a long time, right? And so maybe, you know, it'd be a whole lot of stress with trying to figure out what to feed the dog. And sometimes when you take a dog from a particular type of food, whether if it's a certain brand of kibble or raw dog food, and you put them on something else, let's say you take a dog from raw dog food and put them on kibble, more than likely they're going to have their whole GI system will get upset and stuff like that. And so to prevent that, right, we give raw dog food so that their new owners can take their time, do the research, and figure out what it is that they're going to feed them. But yes, 1 month worth of raw dog food will go home with puppy. We do a health guarantee as well. Dogs get microchip, AKC registration, and a whole bunch of other stuff, folks. I'm not going through everything right now. It's late night. My puppy's hungry. She's over there whining, and I'm going to feed her. Other than that, folks, like, subscribe, share, send this to whoever, you know, ring the notification bell. But those, here's a good one. To those who are watching, who have not subscribed, subscribe, folks. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's keep this thing going. The more people that subscribe, the more people that like, the more views and the more whatever viewership we're able to get, folks. But other than that, man, we out. Peace.